Good evening. So it's the day after Diwali, and I actually did not celebrate it. This is like the first time when I just did not celebrate Diwali due to personal and emotional reasons. A lot of memories are attached with Diwali, and there's a huge reason why I didn't do it. I feel like if you're super close to me, if you know me, then you know why I didn't do it. So I'm not going to get into the details, but the point of this particular clip is that I really wanted to talk about how much K-pop means to me because I feel like I don't talk about it enough. I genuinely feel like I don't talk about it enough even though it's basically my life. It's not even just a part of my life, it's my life. 90% or literally 100% of the things that my brain consumes is either K drama or K pop or just anything which is, like anything which is Korean entertainment or even mukbangs. I love watching those Korean content creators. There's so much that I consume which is basically created by Korean people. And the thing is, especially I want to talk about K pop idols because they're a huge part of my life, and I feel like we always look at them as these singers who are getting paid to do what they're doing. Obviously, they dance and sing and everything, but they get paid for it. Obviously, they have millions and stuff like that. But I genuinely feel like they help you so much in emotional struggles. I've always found myself watching their videos whenever I would start to tear up, whenever I would get emotional, whenever I'm going through an emotional breakdown. I would just watch their videos and I would feel super happy. Like tears would be rolling down my cheeks, but I would be smiling because I'm watching their videos. And that's the way I sort of cure myself. I feel like it's so important for me to watch them and to listen to their voices, listen to the messages that they send. It's not just about entertainment at all. It's so much more than that, and we don't appreciate it as much as we should. I genuinely feel that way. So when people tell me that, because when I look at them, I get inspired to do stuff. When I look at them, I get inspired to not give up, because they have been through so many hard things as well, and to get where they are today, it obviously wasn't easy. So when people say that, oh, they've got money, so like why are you crying over them? But genuinely they care so much about us to write songs which has so much meaning to it, all the lyrics and the way they sing and the way that they prioritize their fans and stuff. I really dig deep into these things. So if you think I'm just a K-pop fan who cares about looks, because a lot of people tell me you like them because they are good looking and that's it. And I'm just like, do you have any idea? Like that's the funniest thing I've heard. You need to do your proper research in order to understand why I actually like them, because if I've gotten obsessed with somebody, there's definitely an emotional reason behind it. So you can't just be like you like them because of their looks. Because it's so much more than that. I feel like one of the reasons why I still exist is K-pop. Whether it would be bands like BTS or 17 and Hypen, TXT, there's so many, just name it. And I have an emotional connection with the kind of songs that they make and the kind of messages that they try to send through their songs, and everything that they do, everything that they're associated with has a good meaning to it. And it's just about giving a good message to the fans and making them feel better, working hard so that we can watch them and feel better and we can have hope within ourselves. I just always feel emotional about the fact that they do so much for us. It's not just about singing and looking good and getting to wear those clothes and becoming millionaires. It's not just about it. If you guys are like into materialistic things, I feel like you would care about all those things. But there's so much more than that. When they're singing on stage, they would just randomly start to tear up by watching their fans. I don't think that happens when you just care about money. Overall, I just feel lucky that I can watch them and be inspired by them, and they make me feel so happy. I know people are going to be like, it's not a big deal. But if you have been in those situations where you felt like you just want to give up on your life, and those were the only people who actually provided happiness and hope and positivity, then those people are going to be the only people who would actually matter to you. So even the smallest things that they do for you, it does matter. Like even if they're talking about the most silly thing, I pay attention and listen to it because they matter to me. And I've never felt this way towards like any celebrity. I feel like when you put a label of celebrity on somebody, it just looks like, yeah, they're doing their job, they're gonna get paid, and they're gonna get away. It doesn't have to do anything with fans as much as it has to do with money. But with K-pop idols, with Korean people in general, I feel like Korean actors or influencers, even, I feel like, but especially Korean idols, K-pop idols, they're super personal when it comes to talking about emotions and spreading positivity and joy and just all the positive vibes. And it has been super helpful for me. I've been super lucky to be able to hear their music and just watch them and feel happy again. Um, but yeah, I feel like if you don't have these people in your lives, I'm sorry for you. If you don't care about anything but looks, I feel sorry for you because life is so much more about um, the way that people are, the way they sympathize with you, the way that they try to understand your emotions even though they don't know you. It's so much more about it. It's so much deeper than just the external beauty. And you need to be mature enough in order to understand that. Another example I would like to give you is Hoshi from 17. So he's also my bias, and like I'm obsessed with him just as much as I am with all of my other bias from other groups. But if anybody, like nobody has ever told me that he's their bias too, because I just don't. I make sure that I don't share that information with anybody so that nobody likes him as much as I do. So immature, right? But I just feel like that feeling of liking someone so much to the point where you would cry for them. Wow, I was just about to cry, but like he makes me really happy. But yeah, the point is that it just becomes so personal when somebody does so much for you, and I always become emotionally attached to people very easily. So, K-pop is not just a form of entertainment for me, it's a form of love for me. If you say that you love K-pop, I'm gonna be in love with you, like seriously, because we share the same love and empathy towards these people who just work so hard to make us happy. It's just as simple as that. Yeah, I'm gonna go before I like break down. I told you. It's super personal to me. Anyways, I hope you have a great Diwali. This vlog, I have no idea it's gonna come after a very long time because I'm just filming like random videos where I talk about my personal feelings. And it just happens like after 3 to 4 days. Whenever I feel like I want to share something, I just record it and I'm gonna just add all the clips together and make it into a vlog so you get to dig deeper into my emotional core, I guess. But I hope you don't hate it because in real life I don't talk at all. So if you really want to see me talking, my channel is right here. I talk a lot here. So if you enjoy, make sure to subscribe. And even if you don't subscribe, just make sure to um, listen to K-pop and listen to the K-pop idols that I mentioned, because they will change your life if you're going through depression, if you're going through breakdown. Because I've always dealt with mental illnesses. I talk to myself for hours, and I always normalized that it's not normal if you really think about it. But you just sometimes you don't have anybody to share your feelings with who are not gonna judge you for feeling the way that you feel. They're just simply gonna tell you that you should not feel that way. That's so stupid. But that's the worst thing you can say to an emotional person who has nothing but emotions. So these people, these K-pop idols, they help me a lot. They cheer me up. They make me feel like life is still worth living. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my phone down now before I actually end up crying, because these people, they're my everything. They're my everything. And I'm not just talking about like one person, I'm talking about the whole group. They make me super happy, and they make me feel like if we can make your life a little easier, you should also try a little harder. And that's worth it for sure.